How you guys doing? Oh, I'm Marty Snyder from TNT. I brought a friend with me. How about Earnhardt Jr., everyone? What's happening? A beautiful day in Daytona, huh?
Man, this is great. Especially if you're a fan, man.
Nice little breeze tonight. First of all, tell us from the car owner side, what can they expect tonight to see from your race cars this evening?
Well, I don't know. You know, I didn't really watch too much of practice. Can't really see how the guys are really compared to each other. But it should be an exciting race, and hopefully we get out of here with both cars on the trailer in one piece, and somebody will hold the trailer.
That's the car owner speaking. He just wants the cars in one piece. But I bet these guys would love to see Danica Patrick win, right?
She's definitely got the opportunity. She's got a good race car. She's pretty smart too, and doing a good job this year.
What's it been like to be her car owner? Have you learned things from her, do you think, or do you pick up things that she does in other series?
I've kind of let her and Kelly do most of the talking, and I just kind of stay out of it, and don't really get too involved in it. Tony Jr. Is a part owner, and Kelly's a part owner, and they both sort of run the team from that aspect of it. So I just kind of stand on the sidelines and watch it happen, and interject every once in a while, but not too much.
By the way, I also run the cup race tomorrow night. You guys coming tomorrow night too? Yeah! And I interviewed him on speed yesterday after the practice, and you said you're a pretty happy guy after that practice, weren't you?
Well, I'm about as happy as everybody else, but I mean, it's hard to tell. You know, really, we're not out there running in packs like we used to, and we're out there just working with one other driver and drafting, and you make sure your cars work together, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Especially when you come to Daytona and Talladega, there's so many rules that really, when you unload the car, what you got is what you got. You're not going to sit there and make it much better, any better really, for that matter, making a bunch of changes in practice, because the rules really pretty much tell you what springs to run, what shocks to run, and you just kind of leave it up to the car to perform. So we're good. Everything's cool. This is the car we won the pole with at Daytona. So we think it's a good car, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, finished second with the Talladega too, so that's not a bad race car. Is it odd just to work with one guy, just work with your teammate Jimmy Johnson, whereas in the past you had to make kind of deals with everybody, kind of figure out where your car works with everybody, right?
Yeah, it's weird to be working, with one guy like that, to make that. Just say, all right, man, we're going to work together in practice, we'll talk all week about it, and then we're going to start the race, and we're going to run every lap together. I really am more of a fan of just, hey, man, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to drive my car. I'm going to drive my car to the front. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get there my way. But you can't do that in this kind of racing the way we got the racing now.
Well, and to help these fans understand, on the radio, you're hearing a lot of voices. You'll hear TJ Majors, your spotter. You'll hear your crew chief, you'll hear Jimmy's crew chief, you'll hear Jimmy. It's like a party line, isn't it? Like 5 guys on the radio all at one time.
There's a big old conference call for about 3.5 hours. But, me and Jimmy will be on, they all really get on my radio, and we got TJ spotting and both crew chiefs and both drivers, and everybody's trying to help everybody, and it gets pretty entertaining. I think it's, I went back and listened to the great thing about the fans, they'll record that audio and they put it on the internet, and you can go back and find that audio. And I went back and listened to the audio from the Talladega race that a fan had posted up, and just trying to learn and listen and see what was going on. And it's pretty cool, I think, we never seen anything like that before, as far as everybody, that many people on one channel. So it's got to be pretty interesting.
So these guys may not know, but they're doing all that stuff. You're on the internet a lot. You may watch their videos they post, right?
Or, all the time, man.
All the time. So you're watching your videos all the time, guys.
The fans, man, they'll get the race audio and they'll cut out all the dead sound, and it'll just be, everything that we said throughout the race in about a 60 or 50 minute, clip, and they're pretty resourceful.
What's the coolest thing you've seen on the internet about you that, a video or something like that somebody shot?
I don't know. You see a lot of great, videos on YouTube from the fans, whether it be about me or my father or someone else. But
cool.
They're pretty talented people out there that are, big supporters of our sport. And, really, it's just about getting news. If you haven't seen something that happened at the track, somebody's put it up somewhere, and You just go find it.
YouTube it, huh? I know this place is special to you. What does it mean to win here at Daytona? A little extra special than maybe any other racetrack?
Yeah, because this place is kind of like the birthplace of NASCAR as far as this is where Big Bill France kind of started everything. So when you come down here, you know, you kind of this is the first track, you know, in a lot of people's opinion. I mean, there was Darlington and some other racetracks that were pretty cool, but and probably here before then. But Daytona is really the birthplace of speed and NASCAR and stock car racing and a lot of the great drivers that have come and gone here and won races here. It's a pretty impressive list. So, yeah, anytime you come down here, man, it's just cool when you roll into the place, man. You look around a little bit, you know you're somewhere special. You know, you know you're in the middle of something that ain't normal. Yeah.
So this is bigger, and these fans get to do a big treat tonight and tomorrow night. So let's preview the race. Who do you think's got the best shot to win this thing? 88
we got a good shot to win. We're going to run good. But if there was one sporting event that I'd hate to have to put any money on, it'd be a plate race in NASCAR.
Hard to predict, isn't it?
Shoot, man, it's a lottery, that's all it is.
Well, but you and Jimmy at times looked out of it, Talladega, but I mean, when it counted, you were there.
Now it's a long race, and with the way the draft works and the way you team up with each other and push each other around the track, you can just kind of, you know, you're really not out of it till the checker flag comes down. So even with just a couple laps to go, me and Jimmy both thought we'd made some decisions that were hurting us in Talladega and taking us out of racing, but we just kept pushing forward, and then we were in it, and you know, coming across the finish line. So
I know these guys want to know, how do you swap that this time around and get you in front of that 48?
When we come down pit road for the last pit stop, you just hopefully I'm out front when we get going, and we'll have to see how it comes down. I mean, we got to do whatever we got to do to both of us get the best finish we can, and hopefully get one of us to win. And I'm sure that they are willing and ready to pay us back for how we helped them as much as we did in Talladega.
Is it all, boy, I'm running hot with 4 to go, so you go out in front for a while or whatever?
It just kind of, it's circumstance, really. I mean, it's like just however the people control it, man. Whoever's leading, we don't really know. We don't have that kind of plan laid out to where we know exactly every lap what's going to happen and who's going to be pushing who. But when it's 10 to go, whoever's leading, that's the guy that's going to get the push the rest of the race. It's too late to change and swap and all that stuff because it takes so much time. It costs so much time to swap. So whoever's leading, pretty much those last 10 laps is probably the guy that's got the best shot out of that tandem of cars.
Overall, where would you say the team is right now? When was the last time you ran this well, you think?
Well, I mean, we've won races before. We're not winning races this year,
but you're more consistent than you in the last few years.
Well, we are. I think aside from last week, we showed up, and I mean, you could probably make the argument for last week. But every week this year that we've showed up, we've been a top 10 car. We've been fast enough to run in the top 10. We've never done that in my whole career. So there's been years in my career where we've been fast one week and then struggled the next, and then fast and just had awful weeks in between. But this year we've been good every week, and I think personally that we got to find more speed. I think personally we got to work harder to find that extra step that gets us to where Jimmy is, or where Carl is, and some of those guys. So. And we're going to work hard to do that, and there's a lot of season left to get there.
Is this the most consistent you've been in your career, you think?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's right up there. Yeah.
You still look better in red.
Well, I know these guys want to see you win tomorrow night, so best of luck.
Thanks everybody for coming out, man. Hope you guys enjoy this weekend. That's a good one.
All right, guys. Enjoy.
I got 2 or 3 with their phone. I did.